Yo, check it. I'm about to give y'all more proof that Jesus is Lucifer. And I'm gonna make a few stories y'all probably heard of make a little bit more sense. So y'all gotta stay with me on this one. Isaiah 14:12 says, Lucifer has fallen from heaven, the son of the morning. When they say this, they mean the morning star. Now Revelations 22:16 says, Jesus has sent an angel to give you this testimony for the churches. The churches is our bodies. His angel is his spirit, not his physical body. Also note that he says the root and the offspring of David and the bright morning star. The morning star is Venus, and the god of Venus is Lilith. And she also goes by the name Mary Magdalene. Have y'all ever heard this song called Mary Had a Little Lamb? They are talking about Lilith giving birth to Jesus. Anyways, Lilith had a twin brother. His name was Enlil, who also goes by Baal. He is the god of Jupiter. So I want y'all to sit and think about this. By Baal. Guess who written it? Now back to David. They say he was anointed as king of Israel while Saul was still king. I want y'all to know they say he was a sheep breeder. They are talking about the sheeple, which is us. So in John 1:29, it basically says Jesus is the Lamb of God. So check this out. This is the Baphomet goat. He's clearly a light bearer because he has a torch on top of his head. The 5-point star represents Samael Lilith. You can clearly see it's man and female. Just look at what's happening around the world right now. The snakes clearly are the RTs, and the wings represents the Elohim and heaven. And of course, the needle in the middle just proves that this plan been in the making for a long time. I bet after you see this, you won't be looking at hospitals the same. So check it. We should all agree that sheep, lambs, and goats' eyes look just like this. And we should all agree that they do incredible things just like this. So we should definitely agree that it clearly represents balance and duality. So back to Saul, who is really Solomon, which is Satan, the god of Saturn. He is the one that started the war with mankind. What's even crazy, we all know who possesses spirit at a point. He ran a particular organization, I'm not gonna name it. He written about books about the UFOs, the sun, moon, and stars. He says he remembered his past life, but there was a guy named Malcolm X. He found out the truth and he exposed it, and I seen the proof. This is the real reason why he ain't here. So I'm gonna let y'all sit and think on this one. So back to the meaning of Israel. Is Isis, which is also another name for Lilith, the god of Venus. Ra, which is also Azazel, the god of Mars. And El, which is the Elohim, the graves. So like I mentioned before, the god that they tricked y'all to worship is God El. You may know him as Jacob in the Bible, as the one that wrestled with God. They are referring to the war in heaven that is still going on. That's why we are still POWs. Or you might know him as Yakub, the Anunnaki scientist that created a new race. And yes, that means the Anunnaki is actually the Elohim. So back to God El, like I mentioned before, there's spells on the money. And one of them is the words, "In God We Trust." I just made videos about the Setsakut Act of 1666. It proves the war in heaven and that we are POWs. How we put our trust, which is our energy, into this God. So if you look at his forehead, he's marked with the Star of David, which is also the Seal of Solomon, which is a 6-point star. So remember, David and Solomon was king of Israel at the same time. And the 6-point star is made out of 13 stars, which represents the 13 tribes / colonies when they landed here on this ship. So just in case y'all wondering about Uranus and Neptune, the god of Uranus, the name y'all know him by is Tiamat. And the god of Neptune, you may know him as Enki, Amon, or Yahweh. This is the slowest frequency planet in the underworld. So he'll be on the top of the chain in their universe, since it's the complete opposite of heaven. So that's the reason why some people may think that's our God. Also, their squad is currently here, but they go by the name of United Nations, which is another half-truth. But it really means Uranus, Neptune. This is why you be hearing the rumors that they got hybrid armies, because they do. That's why they're on top of the command. Their armies consist of troops, police, and civilians. Meaning these people know exactly who they are, and they're just waiting for the call. So when you hear about possible invasion, it's not going to be from other countries. It's going to be from them, because they're already here. And I must add this, Samuel, the one that anointed David as king while Saul was still king, is actually a coven. And here's what Uncle Sam really means. So I want y'all to notice right there, it says United Kingdom of Israel. Once again, another half-truth. Is there not a United Kingdom? And we all know who resides there. Wake up. Anyways, I hope that could piece some of y'all stories together. Be gods. Peace.